G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here, and welcome to this month's city update. And today we're going to be looking at a train tunnel. So we're going to be putting the train tunnel in here, and hopefully we'll get the mountain all built around it and we'll get this section finished. First up, I've got a little bit of work to do on the train track here, and I just need to finish the ballasting down into the tunnel. So once the tunnel's in place, I'm not trying to work down here. So I had a train tunnel designed, and it was something similar to this. I have started to pull this apart, and I had started to put it in place. And when I showed the missus, she said, "Is that it?" And I kind of thought, yeah, what were you expecting? And she said, in all my videos, whenever I talk about the train tunnel, I was going like this when I was talking about train tunnel. So she expected a rounded train tunnel entrance for the trains. And I kind of thought, well, it's round and it's Lego, something that's very hard to do, but challenge accepted. So I pulled everything down that I'd started with, and I spent the rest of the day designing a rounded train tunnel. So I had to order some parts so I could complete it. So those parts have come in. So today we're going to get that built. What I will do a follow-up video, a bit of a tutorial style on showing how I've actually designed this train tunnel. And that is my end goal with all of these city updates, is I want to show exactly what I'm doing in the city to get it completed. So whether it's my design or someone else's design, I'm going to show everything that I'm doing. So if you want to do something similar, all the information is there for you. So I think that's enough jabbering on. Let's get into it. Just a quick look at what this corner looks like now. Got a few things to patch up here and do the ballasting. And I just do it back. It's a bit dark to see. I'm just going to go back to about there, just so when the tunnel's in and you look down the tunnel, some of the ballasting's done down into the tunnel. I'm not going to go, you're not going to really see back there. It's a bit dark, but I'm not going to go too far in. It's just going to be a waste of parts, but let's get that done. So now the track on the corners and into the tunnel is complete. It's time for a little update on the structure of the tunnel. So basically, the front of the tunnel needs to have a supporting background. So whether you're putting it on a concrete wall, some rock work, a mountain, whatever, you're going to be backing the tunnel onto something. So this support here, this section here in the dark bluish grey, that is the support for the tunnel. Now if I show you the back side of the tunnel, so this is my prototype, so excuse all the colours, but here are these dark bluish grey bricks. Now that is the support, so that would be your concrete wall, your rock work, whatever, would be this part here. So what I need to do here is now build it up so far, because I want it to look like it's concrete in so far, but now I have to start building it up and make it look like it blends into the mountain. So I need to start from here up using some more earth tone colors. Now what I didn't like here was how it sort of just cut off and went back to the material here. So I've actually, it's a little bit hard to see, I have put in some black bricks. They're 6 studs long, and I've just put in a black brick column here and on this side, just to give the front of the tunnel a little bit more depth. So the other thing I've added is this Technic beam crossing here, and the reason why I just want to put more support in here is just because I have to build up so high up to here. So I want this to be nice and sturdy. That's pretty sturdy. Once I put the rest of the archwork in here, that's going to firm it up a little bit more again. But yeah, I've got to go 20 bricks high from here to this plate here to finish off the mountain. So I just want to show that. It looks like a bit of a dog's breakfast at the moment, but it will all come together. Now the rest of the support pieces have been put in just there. So that is exactly the same as this, just in different colors. And the only difference is this section just here, and that's a 1x3 brick that I've put back into the wall of black bricks just to give it some more support. The top section here, over here where I've used 1x8 dark bluish grey bricks, here because I didn't have any 1x8 bricks in the earth colours, I've just used 3 1x8 plates in dark brown and just join them together to make my bricks. I could even swap out a piece here and join it in here just to give it a bit more strength, but it's going to be locked in from the top and the bottom onto the tunnel entrance, so I don't really need to do that. Now it's time to add the front of the tunnel. The mountain has been built up to 20 bricks high, and we have come around the corner here with the mountain, and we're going to attach the front of the tunnel into here, and I've got some studs here that I can add some extra foliage to once the tunnel is in, and I'm probably going to have to remove some of this to fit it all in. And the tunnel is in. All the stonework is added. I think that's looking pretty good. So now, just got to add all this mountain work here. Super happy that we've now got a tunnel, and a round one at that. Now I talked about putting a tree in this section here, but I want something a little bit different to the normal tree that I do, like this one here. I want something that's less blocky. I want to use more rounded parts. I want to have different angles. I want to have different branches. So I don't want the 90-degree angles for all the branches. I want something different. So I came up with this tree here. So it's got this nice chunky trunk and branches coming out on all different angles, and I think that's looking pretty good. Still needs a lot more work. I've got to add a lot more foliage to it. I've got to fill in the back section here, but I just wanted to clip it on up top here so you can see it's actually mounted on some Technic pieces. It actually hinges there. So what I'm going to do is build a little frame in here and mount it in here so it will hang out from the mountain. So yeah, a little bit different, a little bit tricky, but I think in the end it's going to look really good. And here we have it complete. Ha ha ha! I am absolutely loving this. I just am so happy to finally have a major part of the city finished, to have this tunnel and the mountain and this tree, and I am loving this tree. Really got what I wanted out of it. Yeah, to have it off stud, the different techniques in it. It was a bit of a struggle to do. It's all snot technique. It's actually all inverted for this part up to about there. I can't really see where I'm pointing out, about there, and then it is studs on top. But yeah, I got exactly what I wanted with all the angles, with have it hanging off the mountain like that. Yeah, totally loving the tree, and coming back here, I think it's a real focal point now, and I just think it looks so much more natural than this style tree. I mean, I still love that. I still think it looks great, but I just think this looks far more natural, to be looking down on the branches like that, on the foliage like that. Just really love it. Let's get in a bit closer here. Got a little character in there. And yeah, little slight tweak on the technique here, and gives me this vine growing up the mountain there. But yeah, I'm just really stoked with how that's come out. If we come back here, I just think that's starting to really come together now. Still got a hell of a lot of work to do, but definitely satisfied with how it's coming along. Need to get in. I got no idea what I'm doing up here. Was thinking a fountain. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but I've got to get in and get my railing. I've got a pretty cool idea. Good, pretty cool parts usage, I think, for a railing idea. So I want to get into that, get some tiling. Possibly that might be next. Definitely need to get down to here to the waterfall. So I can't promise you that there's going to be an update next month. Need to get cracking on this, but what I'm actually thinking about now is incorporating some LEDs to get like a water falling effect. Never played with LEDs, got no idea where to start, no idea even where to look to buy what I want. Yeah, totally in the dark with that. So yeah, so in the dark, need some LEDs. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, so I've got a bit of research to do, a bit of playing around, so that is going to hold me up. It also means a slight change in the design on how I'm going to build the waterfall, so it's really putting a spanner in the works. I kind of thought, nah, let's just scrap it, go with what I was planning to do it. I can just go full steam ahead. But I think if I had LEDs coming down like that behind the waterfall, yeah, I think that would look really cool, wouldn't it? So yeah, something I'm definitely keen to explore. But yeah, whew, I am super stoked with how this has turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this city update. Please put in the comments anything you got to say. I love hearing from you guys. Give the video a thumbs up. And I don't know what my next video will be. I'm hoping to do, I have shot some footage on how I put this tunnel together. I'm not exactly happy with how that footage has turned out. Unfortunately, yeah, I've shot it now, I've built it. There's not much else I can really do, so I've got to do some editing, see how it comes out. So I'm really wanting to share that, because like I said, this is my whole thing with this city. I want to show everything that I'm doing with this city. So I want to keep to that, so I'm going to try and put something together for that tunnel. Let me know if you're keen to see that. But yeah, I think that is everything. And yeah, big thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.